Okay, welcome to a long time ago with me, Adam, and it is just me today. I'm on holiday, so Martin's not with me, staying in the Midlands, and I thought I'd do a quick Google search to see what was about around here, and came across this one shop in a little place called Stourbridge on Severn. And it's called Retro Past and Present. Looks really good, so I'm going to go check it out. And if I've got time, I'm also going to sneak down to Worcester, because there is a store down there called, what's it called? Out of This World Comics, and that also looks pretty good. And it's not too far from here. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get there too. Yeah, so first stop was Stourbridge on Severn. This is it, quirky little place. They had a lot of charity shops on the high street, but mainly I was interested in Retro Past and Present, which was actually really cool. There was loads of stuff in here. You start off by going through the door. Straight away you see this awesome Yoda, and then from there you see this whole shelves of carded figures, and even down below there were some loose figures, but nothing that I actually needed. And then it took us on to the retro shelves. These were all, there was so much stuff in here. It's just pop culture everywhere. It was awesome. There's a few items in here that I really liked, and I kind of wanted to buy, but I wasn't so sure about getting them at the time. They had loads of signed stuff in there from like Warwick David Prowse. And then there's a cool item there that I'm going to go back to in a minute, because I really liked it. But I had to, look at this, like figures everywhere. I had to really slow the footage down to show off all of the masses of retro stuff that they had. Check it out. There's so much. A Rancor. Nearly bought one of those astromech droids at the front there. I think they were about £22, but I just didn't think they were probably worth the money. The condition wasn't so great. There was one that was in decent nick, but it was a retro repro sticker on it, so didn't want that. There's a Jabber at the top, and Slave Layer. Awesome, so good. And then even more stuff. There's Mario, if you're into that. Atari, some old school games. James Bond, Terminator. Look, it's everything. And then a whole bunch of wrestling figures that I might have had when I was a kid. I'm not really sure. Can't really remember that. Mask, don't know much about Mask. Somebody else have to enlighten me on that. I've heard about it, but I don't know it. Speaking of masks, an Admiral Akbar mask. That's quite fun. And then they had a few bits of Lego, but not really a whole lot in terms of Star Wars stuff. But this was the thing I wanted to come back to. Not the Stormtrooper blaster that you see, but the shaving foam from Jurassic Park. How cool is that? I love it. I wish I'd have got that. There's a few other things that I found were a load of retro. They've got so much retro stuff. Of course they have. It's called Retro Past and Present. Droid Factory, Slave One vehicle. He also had this really cool X-Wing, which I was I was hoping to buy, but it was just a little bit too pricey. I can't remember the exact price. Thunderbirds, if anyone's into that. And then, Scout Trooper mask. They also had these Turtles figures, which were awesome. These are the sort of things that I had when I was a kid, but I think they're quite pricey now. After this, I made my way over to Kidderminster, actually, rather than Worcester, and I found this place called Untold Comics, which was just epic. It had everything in there, pop culture that you could think of. So let's head inside and have a look. Starting off, there's Doctor Who, there's Marvel, any comics that you could think of, but there was also this Pennywise from It, which is creepy. But what we were really interested in was this wall of Star Wars figures at the back of the shop. It had Black Series, Vintage Collection, Episode 1, Clone Wars stuff, the lot really. They didn't have any proper retro Kenner stuff. Obviously, comic book store, they got lots of comics. And they also had Funko Pops, of course. Can't go anywhere without finding Funko Pops. But they had loads of stuff in there, Pulp Fiction figures that I'd never seen before, Alien stuff, you name it really, TV, film, they had everything. It was great. Now I couldn't get over to Worcester that day, so I headed over there a little bit later in my holiday to check out of This World Comics and see what they had there. So, let's see. It's Monday. Yep, not my finest moment, but you know, you win some, you lose some. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will catch you in the next one. See you later.